Thank you for staying with us. Costco's controversial shopping policy will officially take effect on Monday.
Have you ever walked into Costco, looked for your favorite item, and frozen because it was gone without a trace? This isn't random. In 2025, a wave of products that seemed like permanent fixtures in American shopping carts are quietly vanishing from the shelves, leaving gaps that are hard to fill. From nostalgic snacks to kitchen staples and even icons of the food court, they're disappearing one by one. The scary part? There's no official announcement, just a tiny asterisk on the price tag, and then, poof, it's gone. In this video, we'll walk through 10 Costco products that won't be around anymore, and the real reasons behind these changes that are shocking millions of shoppers. Like and subscribe if this video was helpful to you. 1. Costco Food Court. If there's one icon tied to Costco, it's the food court. For many members, a shopping trip isn't complete without grabbing a giant $1.99 pizza slice
Costco hot
or the
dog
legendary
and soda combo.
$1.50 hot dog and soda combo, a price that stayed the same for nearly 4 decades. This inflation-proof deal has made the food court a beloved stop, even a part of American shopping culture. But behind those red cups and the aroma of pizza, the truth is the food court is changing fast, and not in ways everyone loves. In 2025, many dishes that defined Costco's unique food court are quietly disappearing. The most controversial change? Say goodbye to Pepsi and hello again to Coca-Cola. For Pepsi loyalists, losing their favorite soda isn't just a brand switch. It feels like a bittersweet breakup. Those blue Pepsi cans that dotted every table are slowly being replaced by Coca-Cola's signature red cups. Some members are so attached they've started bringing Pepsi from home, a testament to how much people loved this drink. It's not just the drinks. Even healthier options like the rotisserie chicken salad are being pulled from the menu. This was a go-to for anyone wanting a quick, low-fat, veggie-packed lunch. Affordable, generous, and nutritious, Costco's salad was a lifesaver for office workers. But now, many stores have quietly dropped it, citing rising ingredient costs and lower sales. This has left plenty of shoppers disappointed, feeling like a healthy eating icon no longer has a place at Costco. The bigger issue isn't just one dish disappearing, it's the erosion of trust. The food court was seen as Costco's promise of lasting value for every member. As changes pile up with little transparency, customer loyalty is being tested. 2. Book section. For years, Costco's book section was like a quiet little haven in the middle of a massive shopping warehouse. People would pause there for a few minutes, flipping through a novel, admiring a colorful cookbook, or grabbing a children's book as a gift. It wasn't flashy or a huge moneymaker, but it was an essential part of the Costco experience. For many members, the book section brought delightful surprises. You'd go in for milk or toilet paper and leave with a novel you couldn't put down. But in 2025, Costco is officially dropping books from its year-round inventory. They'll only reappear during the holiday season when gift demand spikes. This means millions of Americans will no longer find that familiar little corner on their regular trips. Some warehouses have already cleared out the book section, replacing it with household goods or clothing. Loyal shoppers say they feel a sense of loss, as Costco was, where they discovered favorite authors or found the perfect, just right book by chance. This change doesn't just disappoint book lovers. It takes away a unique part of the shopping experience. In an era of rush and screens, Costco's book section offered something different: the chance to touch real pages, smell fresh paper, and stumble upon unexpected inspiration. With the shelves gone, that feeling is gone too. For many members, this isn't just a product cut, it's the loss of a small but cherished piece of their Costco memories. 3. Pepsi. Among the changes sparking the most buzz at Costco in 2025, nothing has stirred more debate than Pepsi disappearing from the food court. For years, the sight of a blue Pepsi can next to a $1.50 hot dog or $1.99 pizza slice was a familiar ritual. For some, it was even a mini tradition every time they visited Costco. But now, Pepsi, Sierra Mist, and Mountain Dew have quietly left the menu, making way for Coca-Cola and Sprite. This isn't just a soda swap. For loyal customers, it feels like a piece of their memories has been cut away. Pepsi was the default choice for over a decade, and its sudden replacement with Coca-Cola has left many feeling let down. On forums, Some joke that they've started sneaking Pepsi cans from home to pair with their hot dog combo, just to keep the familiar taste alive. From a business perspective, switching to Coca-Cola might mean bigger, more stable supply deals for Costco. But from the shopper's view, especially for Pepsi fans, this is a real loss. The food court was seen as Costco's promise of unchanging value, a place where people found comfort and consistency for decades. When Pepsi vanished, that sense of familiarity started to waver too. 4. Costco muffins. If you've ever bought pastries at Costco, you can't forget the mix and match muffins, one of the bakery's specialties that got members excited every time they visited. For years, you could pick 2 packs of 6 muffins with different flavors, one blueberry, one chocolate, or maybe poppy seed to make sure everyone at home had their favorite. It wasn't just about pastries. It was about the freedom to choose, bringing home a box with variety for your family, co-workers, or a small party. But in 2025, Costco ended the mix and match option, forcing customers to buy a whole pack of one flavor. For many, this small change has been surprisingly disappointing. Before, muffins weren't just a quick breakfast. They were a peacekeeper in the kitchen. Chocolate lovers were happy, and blueberry fans weren't left out. Now, to please everyone, you have to buy multiple packs, spending more, ending up with extra muffins, and losing the convenience you loved. Many members say this decision makes Costco muffins less fun. Instead of eagerly picking flavors, they now stand at the bakery feeling restricted. One person put it like this: "It's like going to a potluck where everyone brings the same dish." Clearly, a simple change has stripped away some of the charm that made this product special. For American shoppers, these small details matter more than you'd think. The flexibility and something for everyone vibe made Costco muffins a habit. When that's gone, the shopping experience doesn't feel as complete anymore. 5. Kirkland laundry detergent. One of the biggest shocks for Costco members in 2025 is the disappearance of Kirkland Ultra Clean Liquid Laundry Detergent, the unsung hero of American households. For years, it was loved for its affordable price, large size, and quality that rivaled premium brands. From kids' school uniforms to sweaty gym clothes and heavy bath towels, Kirkland Ultra Clean handled it all. No harsh chemical smells, no greasy residue like some cheaper brands. That's why it became a must-have in the carts of millions of members. But since mid-2025, the shelves started emptying. Staff confirmed the original supplier, Henkel, quietly pulled out, meaning the product is gone for good. No official announcement, no last call campaign, just gone. For regular shoppers, it's been a real shock. One customer shared, "I saw shelves full last week, came back, and there wasn't a drop left. I panicked and bought 6 bottles at another store." It sounds extreme, but if you've seen a Costco favorite vanish forever, you get it. Once an item leaves their lineup, it's almost never coming back. Losing this detergent isn't just inconvenient, it forces families to test pricier brands that might not even work as well. For those used to its reliability and savings, this is a real gap in their daily routine that's hard to fill. 6. Maldon salt. If you're a cooking enthusiast, you know Maldon salt. It's not just regular table salt, it's the finishing touch loved by top chefs. Those delicate, crunchy, pyramid-shaped crystals add a clean flavor and perfect light crispness. Sprinkle a pinch on a grilled steak, dark chocolate, or even a fresh salad, and your dish instantly levels up. That's why Costco selling Maldon salt at a fraction of the price of specialty stores was a culinary hack for home cooks. But in 2025, bad news spread. Costco stopped carrying Maldon salt. At many warehouses, shelves are bare, and staff confirm no new shipments are coming. For those who saw it as their secret weapon, this feels like losing a trusted kitchen tool. One Costco member shared she visited 3 different locations before giving up and ordering online, at triple the price. The shortage has sent Maldon prices soaring on the market, jumping from Costco's familiar $5.99 to nearly $18 a box. It's a familiar story. Olive oil and vanilla extract faced similar price spikes when they left Costco's shelves. Shoppers quickly learn that when Costco drops a product, a stockpiling frenzy begins, and only those who act early keep their routines intact. Maldon salt may just be a seasoning, but for many American families, it stood for high-quality cooking on a budget. Now that it's gone from Costco, that experience feels like a luxury, and many feel they've lost a familiar flavor in their daily kitchen. Like this post so more people can see this info. 7. Signature soy milk. For years, Kirkland Signature soy milk was a go-to for anyone wanting an affordable, reliable, and easy-to-find plant-based milk. Those simple red and white cartons were a staple for cereal breakfasts, homemade lattes, or post-gym smoothies. Its budget-friendly price, consistent quality, and convenient packaging made it a must-have for many Costco members, especially families cutting back on dairy but needing daily plant-based protein. But as of August 2025, Costco has stopped selling signature soy milk at most locations. The company's reason is simple: declining demand. But the scene at stores tells a different story. Many customers say they raced to 3 or 4 warehouses to grab the last few cartons. That doesn't sound like low demand. It's shoppers realizing their go-to product is vanishing and rushing to stock up. What makes this sting is that Costco hasn't offered a direct replacement. There's no new brand ready to fill the gap, no similar plant-based option to switch to. For those who relied on soy milk for coffee or for kids with dairy allergies, this is a real blow. On forums, members compare prices at other stores and find they're paying much more than Costco's old price. It adds to the frustration. A product that saved them money is gone just as living costs keep climbing. For loyal fans, signature soy milk wasn't just a drink. It was a symbol of the convenience and value Costco promised to deliver. 8. Mini cinnamon rolls. In Costco's bakery section, there was a little treat that felt like a small dose of joy for many. Mini cinnamon rolls from Sprout Creek Bakery. They weren't as famous as the pizza or muffins, but those trays of tiny cinnamon rolls coated in sweet glaze hit just the right spot. One bite of that soft, buttery dough swirled with cinnamon tasted like it came straight from a home kitchen. For many members, these rolls were a well-earned treat after a long day, something that brought a smile, even with a cart full of essentials. But in 2025, Costco decided to discontinue the mini cinnamon rolls entirely. The clearest sign was the tiny asterisk on the price tag, the Death Star, that savvy Costco shoppers know means a product is on its way out for good. In just weeks, those once abundant trays dwindled, leaving empty shelves that shocked many. This loss isn't just about flavor, it highlights a reality. Costco rotates products quickly and without warning. No matter how much you love something, if sales don't meet expectations or costs rise, it can vanish overnight. For the mini cinnamon rolls, many members grabbed 2 or 3 trays to freeze, hoping to stretch out the memory a bit longer. But as the last trays warm up in the microwave, people realize the hardest thing to replace isn't the treat itself. It's the simple comfort it brought to every Costco trip. 9. Chocolate chips. In the world of home baking, one name stood out as a trusted staple: Kirkland Signature chocolate chips. Those big bags of semi-sweet chocolate chips weren't just an ingredient. They were a kitchen companion in countless American homes. From cookies for birthday parties to gooey brownies for school bake sales, or even sneaking a handful straight from the bag, Costco's chocolate chips became part of family memories. Affordable, reliable, and perfectly balanced between sweet and bitter, they were a hidden star of the Kirkland brand. But in 2025, the sad signs appeared. Price tags with a tiny asterisk, the Death Star, signaling the product's permanent exit. At many warehouses, shoppers panicked as baking aisles emptied out. One customer shared she grabbed 10 bags when she heard the news, knowing that once Costco drops something, it's almost never coming back. Removing Kirkland chocolate chips means bakers must turn to pricier brands like Nestle or Ghirardelli, which often cost more and aren't always as consistent. For frequent bakers, especially parents who love baking with their kids, this change feels like a real loss. What frustrates members most is Costco's silence. No announcement, no last chance campaign. Just a tiny asterisk and it's gone. It's a reminder that at Costco, even products you think will always be there can become memories overnight, making every shopping trip a bit less certain. 10. Other Death Star products. If you've shopped at Costco, you've probably heard of the Death Star, that tiny asterisk in the corner of a price tag. To new shoppers, it looks harmless. But to Costco veterans, it's a warning. The product is about to disappear forever. In 2025, these asterisks are popping up more than ever, Creeping through the aisles from snacks to shampoos. One of the first to go is Biscoff cookies, the crispy, caramel-flavored biscuits that made flights more bearable. At Costco, you could grab a huge box for much less than at regular stores. But now, many warehouses have cleared their shelves, leaving Biscoff fans longing for what's gone. Next up is Crown Maple Syrup, a premium maple syrup considered a rare gem in Costco's lineup. Those golden bottles, a pride of American breakfasts, are now only found at a few locations. One member shared he had to order online at double the price after Costco's shelves went empty. It's not just food. Personal care products are also hitting the chopping block. Pantene shampoo, sold in giant bottles that saved money for months of family use, now carries the asterisk. Shoppers used to buying in bulk now have to find pricier, less convenient alternatives. Even bottled water isn't safe. Bywater, a popular and reliable water brand at Costco, is vanishing fast. For many, it was a simple, affordable choice. But that tiny asterisk has forced them to prepare for a switch to another brand. What stands out is Costco's lack of fanfare. No emails, no last chance signs. One week, your favorite product is there. The next, the shelf is bare. This silence leaves shoppers uneasy, knowing any item they love could be the next victim. At Costco, only those who spot the Death Star have a chance to grab the last few packages before they're just memories. Costco can offer amazing deals, but the truth is clear. No product is forever. From chocolate chips to soy milk, muffins to food court Pepsi, anything can vanish overnight with just a tiny asterisk on the price tag. Subscribe to stay updated on the latest consumer alerts.
It is all messed up, so they're getting it back together, though, so I'm glad of that.
There were things once considered symbols of consumer savvy, and Costco was among them. But lately, the feeling of buying smart seems to be fading. Membership fees are rising, products disappear without notice, and product quality isn't what it used to be. What's happening inside the retail empire that once had all of America in awe? Comment 1 if you've been a loyal Costco fan. 1. Noticeable decline in product quality. Once seen as a trusted destination for bulk shopping with consistent quality, Costco is now leaving many customers disappointed. Towels that used to withstand countless washes now fray and tear after just a few months of use. Household items like coffee makers, blenders, and even non-stick pans have been reported by users to deteriorate quickly, perform inconsistently, or break down after a short period. The concern isn't just that products are no longer as good, it's the erosion of trust, the very thing that sets Costco apart in the fiercely competitive retail market. It's not just household goods. Fresh food items are also becoming a point of suspicion. Consumers who once loved Costco's trays of fresh strawberries, which stayed good for over a week, now find them moldy after just 2 days in the fridge. Leafy greens wilt quickly, fish have an odd smell, and ground beef shows unusual discoloration. These issues are no longer isolated incidents but are becoming increasingly common and consistent across multiple locations. Particularly notable is the change in the quality of Kirkland, the brand once seen as a hallmark of Costco's private label reliability. Where customers used to confidently choose Kirkland over big-name brands for its trustworthiness, they're now starting to question it. Some Kirkland products, from toilet paper to cooking oil, are being compared to the cheap offerings at discount supermarket chains, a comparison that would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. Given Costco's signature bulk buying model, the decline in quality doesn't just disappoint, it leads to tangible waste. When a towel frays after 3 washes, you're still left with 5 more you haven't used. When you buy a bulk pack of faulty household items, customers don't just lose money, they also deal with the hassle of warranties and returns, which is far from pleasant. Trust, the precious asset Costco once held, is slowly being eroded by the very things that built its reputation. And when consumers start questioning every item on the shelves, it's not just a minor issue. It's a warning bell for a business model once thought invincible. 2. Rising membership fees turn customers away. For many American consumers, a Costco membership card was once a badge of smart spending. For an annual fee, you could enter a world of discounted prices, quality products, and the feeling of being part of an elite group of savvy savers. But now, with the basic membership fee rising to $65 and the executive plan exceeding $120, That joy is giving way to hesitation and doubt. At first glance, the price hike might not seem significant, just a few dollars a year. But in an era of rising costs and tight budgets, this expense becomes a less appealing equation. To break even on a $65 basic membership, consumers need to save at least that amount annually through Costco purchases. However, many families are finding they're only saving around $150 or even less compared to the several $100s they used to save. As a result, the value of the membership model is being called into question. Worse still, these changes often happen quietly with little transparency. Customers typically receive a fee increase notice without any meaningful improvements in benefits or services. The same shopping experience, the same level of service, but a higher cost. This leaves many feeling undervalued. They aren't consulted, they have no alternative options, and their only choices are to accept it or walk away. The trend of canceling or downgrading memberships is growing, not among new customers, but among Costco's most loyal ones. These are people who've been with Costco for years and who once saw it as a regular destination for their families. But now, when trust is no longer matched by real value, they're starting to pull back. The concern isn't just declining membership fee revenue, it's the erosion of trust, the foundation of Costco's exclusive membership model. When customers have to crunch numbers to figure out if keeping their Costco card is still worth it, the brand's inherent appeal begins to fade. And once that sense of privilege is gone, keeping consumers loyal can't rely solely on stocked shelves or deep discounts. Because in the heart of every shopper, feeling respected and getting fair value is what keeps them coming back for the long haul. 3. Fluctuating inventory and lack of stability. One of the quiet but impactful reasons customers are growing tired of Costco is the unpredictable changes in its product lineup. For many, making a Costco shopping list used to be a stable part of life. They could plan meals, buy weekly or monthly supplies, and trust that their go-to products would always be there. But now, that sense of certainty is slipping away, replaced by the worry, will it even be in stock today? A slew of familiar items from pasta sauce and breakfast cereal to personal care products and cleaning supplies suddenly vanish from shelves without any warning. Last week, your favorite laundry detergent filled an entire aisle. This week, it's gone, replaced by an unfamiliar brand with a scent that makes your whole family grimace. Worst of all, these disappearances often aren't temporary. Many customers are forced to experiment with new products, as if their home has become a testing lab. It's not just products disappearing. Constant brand switching makes shopping at Costco feel more like an adventure than a practical errand. Today, you find the perfect loaf of bread, soft and fragrant. But the next time you return, that brand is replaced by something similar in look, with a nearly identical name but a completely different taste. For loyal customers, this isn't admirable flexibility. It's a sign of instability, clashing with Costco's promise of buying in bulk and using for the long haul. This unpredictability extends to seasonal items, which used to be a big draw during holidays. Now, consumers struggle to predict when New Year's goods will arrive, when Halloween decorations will appear, or what Christmas will bring. Some years, Christmas stock runs out by early December. In other years, summer decorations linger into September. This not only confuses customers, but also disrupts the emotional shopping experience, one of the key values Costco shoppers once cherished. 4. Bulk buying becomes a burden. Once seen as a cost-saving strength, Costco's bulk buying model is now becoming a real burden for many consumers. The idea of buying more to save money sounds logical, but reality shows otherwise, as needs, living spaces, and shopping habits have shifted significantly. For families in small apartments or compact urban homes, storing dozens of paper towel rolls, gallons of laundry detergent, or a dozen milk cartons is no longer practical. Not everyone has a garage, storage shed, or basement to hold such bulky hauls. Some joke that just finding space for a giant bottle of dish soap requires an afternoon of reorganizing. When storage runs out, products can spoil or go to waste, turning the promise of savings into the opposite. Moreover, modern consumer trends are shifting from long-term stockpiling to buying just enough fresh for the day. Young people, couples living alone, or small families prefer flexible shopping for meals or weekly needs. Buying a massive package only to use a fraction feels not just inconvenient but forced. Expired food, wilted produce, or unused products end up in the trash. And so, the idea of savings turns out to be an illusion. Additionally, some bulk packaged products don't suit real-world needs. For example, a giant box of toothpaste might take a year to use up, but by then, the user has switched brands. Items like snacks, candy, or soda, when bought in excess, can lead to unhealthy overconsumption. In many cases, buying in bulk comes with long-term downsides that few notice at first. And let's not forget, when a product is faulty, you don't just lose one item, you lose the whole pack. A case of off-tasting milk, a batch of torn paper towels, or a box of plastic containers with ill-fitting lids hits your wallet harder than buying single items. The feeling of buy more, save more is giving way to the fear of buy more, lose more. That's why more people hesitate when they see Costco's oversized packages on the shelves. 5. No longer relevant to younger generations. Costco was once the icon of an ideal consumer era, where large families in the suburbs, with cars and spacious storage, could enjoy efficient, cost-saving shopping. But society is changing faster than ever, and younger generations, especially those aged 25 to 40, no longer feel they belong in this shopping space. Modern young people embrace flexible, minimalist, and personalized lifestyles. They live in small urban apartments, often without a garage to store a year's worth of toilet paper or a freezer for a dozen chickens. Buying in bulk isn't just inconvenient. It's illogical when their living space barely fits clothes and basic kitchen gear. They don't want to choose between storing a giant box of cereal or making room for a new coffee maker. Beyond space, younger generations have entirely different shopping habits. They seek experiences, choosing based on emotions and trends rather than sticking to one product for months. They're used to online shopping, prioritizing convenience and speed over driving miles to a crowded warehouse and waiting in long checkout lines. What was once a shopping norm for their parents' generation now feels like a hassle to them. Another key factor is Costco's approach to technology. It's a slow website, glitchy app, and unfriendly online shopping experience that disappoints the digital generation. While platforms like Amazon, Shopee, or modern retail chains offer intuitive, smart, and personalized shopping, Costco feels outdated, bulky, and inflexible. Young people don't have time to manually enter membership codes or print return receipts, nor do they want to wrestle with a payment system that doesn't support their go-to digital wallets. 6. Frustrating checkout experience. One of the factors making shopping at Costco increasingly aggravating is the checkout process. During peak hours like weekends or afternoons, waiting to check out can take longer than picking out your items. Endless lines snake through the aisles, with customers pushing heavily loaded carts, trailing one after another. An exhausting and claustrophobic scene for anyone involved. While the store has dozens of checkout lanes, only half are typically open during busy times. The rest sit unused, as if they're just for display. Customers wait in frustration, especially those with only a few items, stuck behind carts piled high with toilet paper, frozen meat, and electronics. For elderly shoppers, pregnant women, or those with young children, this isn't just inconvenient, it affects their health and mood. The introduction of self-checkout machines was supposed to be a solution, but these machines often malfunction, especially with heavy, bulky items or products with unclear barcodes. Shoppers frequently need staff assistance, slowing down the process and causing further bottlenecks. The situation, where there's a machine but no one knows how to use it or it works but still needs a staff member to guide you, ends up being more frustrating than convenient. On top of that, the policy of checking membership cards at the entrance and receipts at the exit adds to the wait time. Stopping to show a card, present a receipt, and wait for staff to match every item isn't practical in today's fast-paced world. Instead of a quick and friendly shopping experience, it feels like passing through a security checkpoint, hardly the vibe of a welcoming retail environment. For business customers, who might stop by during a workday to grab a few bulk items, spending hours just to check out is a deal-breaker. For them, time is money. A clogged checkout system doesn't just test patience, it erodes trust among Costco's most loyal customers. 7. Disappointing online shopping experience. In an era where online shopping is a core part of modern life, consumers expect convenience, speed, and intelligence with every click. However, Costco's online shopping experience leaves many feeling let down. While competitors like Amazon and Walmart constantly refine their platforms to streamline the user journey, Costco's website and app seem stuck in an outdated, slow, and clunky era. From the start, Costco's website feels heavy and sluggish, often failing to load during peak hours. Searching for products is a hassle. You might type AA batteries and get results for birthday cakes, storage cabinets, and treadmills. Such poor search functionality leaves users exasperated, feeling like they're rummaging through a chaotic warehouse rather than enjoying a modern digital experience. It doesn't stop there. When customers try to add items to their cart, many features don't work properly on mobile devices. Some spend hours just to complete a simple order because the cart randomly clears, the interface repeats steps, or the system throws a payment error just as they hit the place order button. For a generation used to quick and seamless app interactions, these issues feel like a polite rejection from Costco. Worse still, there's a lack of consistency between online and in-store inventory. Some products listed as available online are out of stock in-store, or vice versa. Certain items even have noticeable price differences between the two platforms, with no explanation from the retailer. This confuses customers, erodes trust, and kills their enthusiasm for trying their luck again. Delivery, the feature so many rely on in the post-pandemic era, is another major weak point for Costco. While competitors offer same-day or 24-hour shipping, Costco orders can take up to a week to arrive. For essential items, this delay pushes customers to other platforms, even if it means paying slightly more. Finally, the online return process is far from smooth. Instead of doorstep support, customers must repackage items, print labels, contact shipping companies, or return to a warehouse, a cumbersome ordeal that defeats the purpose of shopping online in the first place. 8. Changing consumer habits, Costco fails to keep up. In a rapidly evolving retail world, slow adaptation can be a silent but harsh verdict. For today's consumers, especially younger ones, shopping habits have shifted dramatically. They no longer cling to a single store or remain fiercely loyal to one brand. Instead, they value flexibility, convenience, personalization, and a seamless blend of online and offline experiences. Unfortunately, Costco, once a symbol of smart shopping, is falling behind in the very game it used to dominate. One of the biggest shifts is the move towards small, quick, frequent purchases. Younger consumers aren't excited about filling carts to the brim, waiting in long checkout lines, and hauling bulk goods home like a weekend expedition. They want items that fit in a reusable tote, brought home by bike or delivery service, and used up in a few days. Urban lifestyles, limited living spaces, and tight schedules make Costco's bulk buying model, the heart of its identity, less relevant to them. Beyond that, younger shoppers crave personalization. They want a shopping experience tailored to their unique style, with product recommendations based on their preferences, and they value brands that understand them, not just sell to them. But Costco's approach remains one-size-fits-all, with no dedicated spaces for different customer groups or recommendation systems based on purchase history or behavior. This makes many young people feel disconnected and boxed into an outdated model. Moreover, expectations for a smooth digital experience aren't being met. While e-commerce platforms grow faster, sleeker, and more personalized, Costco's app and website remain slow, glitchy, and lacking in features. For a generation raised on smartphones, patience for a clunky experience is nearly non-existent. They'll abandon a site after just a few clicks if it feels inconvenient or outdated. More importantly, young people's spending mindset has shifted. They're willing to pay a few extra dollars to save time or choose sustainably sourced products, rather than being swayed solely by low prices. While Costco still focuses on great deals for buying in bulk, new customers are asking, "Do I need that much?" If the answer is no, they'll turn to retailers who understand their needs, not just what the store wants to sell. This disconnect between modern consumer habits and Costco's outdated operations is making the brand feel out of place for a large portion of potential customers. If Costco doesn't adapt quickly, this gap will only widen, turning its former strengths into burdens and leaving the brand behind in the very game it started. If you once saw Costco as the ideal spot for savings, you've probably noticed something changing. Smart consumers no longer choose where to shop based only on price. They also want a great experience and real value. If you want to stay updated with insightful analyses and smart shopping tips, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our next helpful video. Think you know every aisle at Costco like the back of your hand? You might want to think again. Behind the overflowing shelves and seemingly unbeatable prices lie countless hidden tricks, secret codes, and tactics that make you spend more without even realizing it. But if you master the tips below, you'll not only shop smarter but also save a significant amount. Comment 1. If you've ever wondered why buying in bulk still feels so expensive, don't forget to like and subscribe to catch more consumer tips. 1. The trap behind the wholesale price label. Many people walk into Costco feeling confident that buying in bulk means saving money. But the truth isn't always that simple. In consumer psychology, the word wholesale conjures images of huge products at unbeatable prices. However, if you don't check the price per unit, you might end up paying more than you would at a regular supermarket without even knowing it. A study from Consumer Reports found that only about 79% of bulk items at Costco save you money. The remaining 20% have a higher per-unit price than at retailers like Walmart or Target. A classic example is toilet paper, which seems like a great deal at Costco. If you don't calculate the sheets per roll or the total rolls in a pack, it's easy to be fooled by the bulk price. Meanwhile, smaller packs at regular supermarkets can often be cheaper per unit. And that's not all. Another overlooked factor is waste. Buying too much of perishable items like fresh produce, milk, or frozen foods can lead to throwing out unused portions. According to a U.S. Department of Agriculture statistic, up to 31% of fresh food purchased by consumers ends up in the trash. That's not just a loss of money, but also a frustrating sense of waste after every shopping trip. The lesson? Buying in bulk only saves money if you can use the large quantities or have a solid plan for them. Start by checking the price per unit, a small step that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. You can use your phone to divide the total price by the quantity in the pack and compare it to prices at other stores. Also, consider your storage space, preservation options, and your family's consumption habits. Focus bulk purchases on long shelf life items like toilet paper, detergent, frozen foods, or dry spices. Be cautious with perishables like milk, fruits, vegetables, or prepared foods. The allure of large sizes can make you forget you don't need that much, so don't let the term wholesale cloud your financial judgment. Be a smart shopper and always ask, "Am I saving with this purchase?" before adding it to your cart. A few minutes of careful thought can help you avoid a pile of unnecessary bills later. 2. Big savings just by fueling up at the right place. Among the tricks to maximize your Costco membership, filling up your gas tank is perhaps the simplest yet surprisingly effective way to save money. If you're still fueling up at your usual gas station near home, you might be missing out on the difference Costco offers. This is one of the most common mistakes consumers make today. According to fuel price surveys across the U.S., gas at Costco stations is typically 20 to 30 cents cheaper per gallon than the average price in nearby areas. That might not sound like much, but let's do the math. For a 15-gallon tank, filling up at Costco could save you $3 to $4 per trip. If you fill up twice a week, that adds up to over $400 a year. That's no small change. It's a weekend getaway or a meaningful savings for many families. What's more, Costco doesn't just compete on price. It also ensures fuel quality. Their gas meets top-tier standards, meaning it contains engine cleaning additives that make your car run smoother and last longer. Studies show that using top-tier gas can improve fuel efficiency by 3 to 5%, letting you go farther with each fill-up. Another plus is the smart design of Costco's gas stations. With extendable pump hoses that reach both sides of your car, you no longer have to worry about lining up on the right side of the pump. Even during peak hours when you might wait a few minutes, the service speed is impressive, saving you time compared to many regular gas stations. Keep in mind that Costco's gas stations are for members only. If you don't have a membership, it's worth considering signing up. For many, the gas savings alone cover the annual membership fee, even without counting other benefits. With fuel prices constantly fluctuating and living costs rising, This is a clear, smart shopping strategy. So, the next time you're overwhelmed by gas station options, remember that sometimes the smartest move is to pull into Costco and fill up. It's a small habit that saves money and gives you peace of mind. A simple choice with lasting value. 3. The quiet brand with top-notch quality. For many shoppers, Kirkland Signature might just be a low-key name on product packaging at Costco. But in reality, it's one of the biggest secrets savvy shoppers whisper about. It's no coincidence that Kirkland Signature is seen as Costco's ace in the hole, helping the retailer carve out a unique place in the world of retail. If you've ever overlooked products with this label, you might be missing out on countless opportunities to save and enjoy superior quality. Kirkland Signature is Costco's private label, but the fascinating part is that many Kirkland products are made by globally renowned brands. For example, Kirkland's extra virgin olive oil has been rated by culinary experts as one of the best in the world. It's said to come from the same factories as high-end Italian brands, but at a fraction of the price. Or if you're a coffee lover, Kirkland coffee offers rich flavors comparable to Starbucks, yet costs half as much. Those who've tried Kirkland vodka might be shocked to learn it's often compared to Grey Goose for its taste and smoothness, but at less than half the price. What sets Kirkland Signature apart isn't just its competitive pricing, but its rigorous quality control standards. Costco ensures every Kirkland product matches or even surpasses competitors in its category. They achieve this by partnering directly with trusted manufacturers, cutting out advertising costs, fancy packaging, and middlemen. This means shoppers get the true value of the product without paying for unnecessary frills. Kirkland isn't just about food. It spans multiple categories: vitamins, diapers, clothing, household goods, and even pet food. All are highly rated for performance, safety, and durability. Imagine buying a high-quality Kirkland cashmere sweater for under $100, while similar items at upscale stores might cost $300. That's not just savings. It's a smart lifestyle upgrade. So, if you're looking to stretch every dollar, pay closer attention to products bearing the Kirkland Signature label. Sometimes the real gem isn't the flashiest item, but the one hiding in plain simplicity. At Costco, Kirkland is that gem: quiet, steadfast, and full of value. Once you realize this, you'll never pass a Kirkland shelf without pausing to browse. 4. The Costco VIP card. The Costco executive membership might sound like a big commitment, especially since it costs double the standard membership, $120 a year instead of $60. But don't dismiss it just because of the price tag. If you understand how the cashback program works, take advantage of the right perks, and shop strategically. This card can not only pay for itself but also save you a significant amount each year. The biggest perk of the executive membership is the 2% cashback on most purchases at Costco, both in-store and online. But here's where you need to do the math. To recoup the $120 membership fee, you need to spend at least $6,000 annually, or about $500 a month. That might sound like a lot, but if you regularly shop for a large family buying groceries, household items, electronics, or even gas at Costco, it's entirely doable. That said, not all purchases qualify for the 2% cashback. For example, gas, despite its great prices, isn't included in the cashback program. Similarly, third-party services like insurance, prescription drugs, or travel packages are excluded. That's why it's crucial to review your actual spending habits instead of just being swayed by the 2% figure. Another key point: the cashback isn't sent to your bank account. It comes as an annual Costco reward certificate, which you can use for in-store purchases but can't redeem for cash. If you don't visit Costco often, you might waste or forget to use this reward. But the executive membership isn't just about cashback. It unlocks exclusive perks for premium members, like special discounts on car rentals, travel packages, insurance, and other attractive offers. In some cases, members who use these services strategically can save hundreds of dollars on things like vacations or car purchases through Costco's system. If you're on the fence, start with the standard membership, track your spending for a few months, and calculate how much cash back you could earn. Costco lets you upgrade to the executive membership anytime, with cash back starting from the upgrade date. So there's no need to rush into it from the start. 5. Smart shopping starts with timing. Shopping at Costco isn't just about picking the cheapest items. It's an art of choosing the right time for an efficient, stress-free experience. If you walk into Costco during its busiest hours, even with a shopping list and great coupons, you might end up tired, impatient, and wasting unnecessary time. Knowing when to shop at Costco is a smart money-saving skill. According to longtime members, the golden hours for shopping at Costco are weekday mornings, especially Tuesday through Thursday, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is when stores open, shelves are fully stocked, and crowds are still thin. You can stroll the aisles, browse products carefully, and avoid long checkout lines. On the other hand, if you hit Costco on a Saturday afternoon, brace yourself for a real shopping battle. Families flood the store during weekends, packing parking lots, clogging aisles, and crowding checkouts. Many shoppers, after enduring long lines and fighting for parking, admit they grabbed the wrong items just to escape the chaos quickly. Beyond avoiding peak hours, pay attention to when Costco rolls out special discounts. Deeply discounted items, like clearance products, seasonal goods, or manager's specials, are typically updated and displayed in the morning. These deals often sell out by afternoon, snapped up by savvy shoppers right at opening. If you're hunting for a high-end blender at half price or a patio furniture set for a few $100s, get there early. If mornings don't work for you, consider shopping about an hour before closing. While fewer special items may be available, the store is quieter with fewer crowds, and staff start restocking essentials like milk, eggs, bread, and produce for the next day. One extra tip for sharp shoppers: watch the price tags. If a price ends in 97 cents, it's a special clearance deal. And if there's a small asterisk on the price tag, it means the item won't be restocked. If you want it, don't hesitate. 6. The legendary rotisserie chicken, unbelievably cheap. If there's one dish that deserves to be crowned the icon of affordable cuisine at Costco, it's undoubtedly the rotisserie chicken. Priced at just $4.99, this chicken isn't just a convenient dinner option. It's a brilliant marketing strategy by Costco, drawing in shoppers with a top-quality product at an unbelievable price. Remarkably, despite rising ingredient and operational costs, Costco has kept this price steady for years, making the rotisserie chicken a living legend in the consumer world. On average, Costco sells over 100 million rotisserie chickens each year, a massive number that shows its irresistible appeal. But what's truly notable isn't the sales volume. It's how this chicken serves as a loss leader, a product sold at a loss on purpose. Costco willingly takes a hit on this item because they know shoppers won't stop at just a chicken. They'll grab bread, wine, vegetables, or even a sofa or a 60-inch TV, and those purchases are where Costco makes up the profit. But don't think the low price means low quality. On the contrary, Costco's rotisserie chicken is highly praised for its flavor. Each bird is marinated richly, roasted evenly until the skin is crispy, and the meat inside is tender, sweet, and juicy. The consistent quality across batches has made it a go-to choice for countless families, from quick weekday meals to small weekend gatherings. The rotisserie chicken is always a lifesaver. Online communities even share endless ways to transform this chicken into diverse dishes. Shred it for salads, make porridge, whip up chicken pasta, craft sandwiches, or simmer it into soup. All from one item that can be stretched into multiple meals, both cost-effective and delicious. Compared to dining out, where a single meal can cost as much as this chicken, it's a steal you can't pass up. Plus, this chicken is a perfect solution for busy people. No need for elaborate prep or cooking. Just take it home, reheat, and serve. A nutritious, convenient, and budget-friendly meal isn't something every store can deliver. Especially in times of rising prices, a hearty rotisserie chicken for under $5 is a rare gift Costco offers its shoppers. So, if you're a smart consumer, don't ever leave Costco without glancing at the rotisserie chicken counter. And if you're still hesitating, remember, this dish doesn't just fill your stomach. It reflects Costco's admirable business philosophy of winning trust with real value. The rotisserie chicken isn't just a meal. It's a symbol of smart, strategic shopping. 7. Costco's secret discount codes. Do you know them? One of the least noticed secrets when shopping at Costco is right in front of you, the price tags. These aren't just numbers showing the cost. They're a sophisticated system of codes that savvy shoppers use to spot deep discounts, items about to be discontinued, or unmissable deals. In other words, if you learn to read Costco's price tags, you'll have a treasure map in the middle of a bustling warehouse. First, pay attention to price tags ending in 97 cents. A price like $14.97 or $39.97 is a clear sign of a special discount, often because the item is being cleared out, is part of excess inventory, or is one of the last in stock. These are hidden gems, and if you spot one, don't hesitate. Chances are, by the time you come back, it'll be gone from the shelves. Another key detail is a small asterisk in the top right corner of the price tag. If you see this, it means the product won't be restocked once it's sold out. It could be a seasonal item, a limited import, or something Costco has decided to discontinue. This is a rare chance to grab a favorite item for the last time, as it may not return to shelves anytime soon, or ever. Also, keep an eye on prices ending in .00 or .88. These often indicate items discounted directly by the store manager to clear shelf space quickly. These deals don't appear in ads or nationwide promotions, so only sharp-eyed shoppers catch the value behind these seemingly random numbers. Knowing how to distinguish between price tags lets you stay ahead of the crowd, snag the best deals, and save a bundle. What's notable is that Costco never publicly explains these pricing rules. There's no guide, no flyer. It's all part of an insider legend known only to seasoned shoppers or deal-hunting pros. The sooner you learn, the sooner you gain the edge. Imagine this. While others fumble through crowded aisles, you're quickly spotting which items to grab and which to skip. This strategy works best when paired with regularly checking familiar shelves. Household goods, electronics, clothing, or canned foods often see slight price tweaks based on inventory levels. If you've got your eye on something but the price isn't right, check back in a week and look for that 97 or asterisk. You might just strike gold. 8. The secret of free samples. If you've ever stepped into Costco, you've likely come across those tempting sample stations. A sizzling bite of sausage, a few creamy slices of cheese, or a crisp piece of cookie is offered with a cheerful, friendly smile. Many see these as just a free snack while shopping. But in reality, those tiny samples are part of a clever marketing strategy. If you know how to use them, they can be a powerful tool to make smarter, more cost-effective buying decisions. First, free samples help you reduce the risk of buying in bulk. Costco is famous for selling large packages, from giant cereal boxes to liter-plus jars of marinara sauce. Each purchase is a commitment, and picking something that doesn't suit your taste can mean wasted money and the hassle of dealing with leftovers. Samples let you try before you buy. Simple, quick, and cost-free. When you taste a sample slice of pizza and love it, you can confidently add that nearly 2-kilogram pizza box to your cart. Beyond that, Costco's samples are a way to discover high-quality in-house products that don't get much advertising, especially Kirkland Signature items. Many Kirkland-branded milks, sauces, chocolates, or dried fruits are featured at sample stations, letting you experience their superior quality, which sometimes outshines well-known brands. This is especially valuable for shoppers looking for smart alternatives to pricier name-brand products. However, you should be aware that samples can lead to unplanned spending. One tasty bite of sausage might tempt you to toss the whole pack in your cart, even if it wasn't on your list. So, here's a tip for smart shoppers. Walk through the entire store, complete your shopping list first, then circle back for items you truly want after tasting them. This helps you avoid impulse buys and stick to products you genuinely love. Also, pay attention to when samples are offered. Weekends, especially Saturday or Sunday afternoons, are when sample stations are most active, but also when stores are crowded and noisy. If you want a relaxed sampling experience with time to think, go early on weekday mornings. The store is quieter, the atmosphere is calmer, and you'll make decisions more easily. Simply put, Costco's free samples aren't just a perk to snack on while shopping. They're a tool to explore products, verify quality, and make informed choices. Used right, those small bites can help you avoid waste, save money, and even discover new family favorites. Smart shopping isn't about buying less. It's about choosing wisely. In Costco's vast world of products, a little taste can be the first step to shopping smarter. If you found this video helpful for your wallet, Hit the like button to show support and subscribe to the channel for more savvy consumer tips coming your way. You might want to think twice. Behind the seemingly high-quality appearance, some Kirkland products hide health risks, from harmful additives and questionable sourcing to less than transparent production processes. This video will expose 10 Kirkland items you should avoid at all costs. Like the video and subscribe to the channel right now. Comment the number 1 if you've ever been tricked by a Kirkland item that looked great but ended up being a letdown. 1. Kirkland bacon. Bacon has long been a favorite for many, especially in a classic American breakfast. The irresistible aroma, crispy fat, and rich savory flavor make it hard to resist. When you spot a pack of Kirkland bacon at Costco, priced attractively and packaged in bulk, it's easy to toss it into your cart without a second thought. But the truth behind those glossy slices might make you reconsider. First, let's talk about an ingredient many consumers overlook: sodium nitrite. This preservative is used to maintain color and extend shelf life in bacon, sausages, and other processed meats. The problem? When heated at high temperatures, sodium nitrite can transform into nitrosamines, compounds that multiple studies have linked to an increased risk of cancer. Your seemingly harmless morning bacon habit could, over the years, contribute to serious digestive and cardiovascular health issues. That's not all. Kirkland bacon also contains sodium ascorbate and sodium phosphate, additives that help retain moisture and stabilize the meat's texture. However, regularly consuming these chemicals has been associated with negative effects on the nervous system and heart, especially for those with a history of heart disease or high blood pressure. Just a single breakfast serving of a few bacon slices can pack over 700 milligrams of sodium, nearly a third of the daily recommended limit. Beyond health concerns, the ethical and environmental aspects of bacon production are worth noting. Much of the meat used for bulk bacon, like Kirkland's, comes from industrial farms where pigs are raised in cramped conditions, often given antibiotics and growth-enhancing feed to speed up production. This not only lowers meat quality but also puts significant pressure on the environment through greenhouse gas emissions, water pollution, and improperly managed livestock waste. 2. Kirkland tuxedo cake. At first glance, the Kirkland tuxedo cake is a showstopper. Its glossy chocolate coating, silky mousse, and perfectly layered cake make you want to grab a slice right away. With a price tag that feels like a steal for such a premium look, many shoppers pick it up for parties or just to indulge. But let's dig deeper. The tuxedo cake is loaded with high levels of sugar and saturated fat. A single small slice contains over 400 calories, enough to account for a quarter of the daily recommended calorie intake for someone trying to maintain their weight. The refined sugar in the cake can also cause rapid blood sugar spikes, which is especially risky for people with diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Plus, that addictive sweet craving after one slice often makes it hard to stop at just one. Another red flag is the long list of additives. To maintain its smooth texture, prevent melting, and keep it looking picture perfect, the cake's cream often includes stabilizers like carrageenan. Additionally, the chocolate coating and flavoring or coloring agents may come from synthetic sources, some of which have been linked to hyperactivity in children. The issue? Many assume that because it's sold at Costco, known for strict standards and great value, the cake must be a safe choice. But not every Kirkland product is as wholesome as it seems. So, if you love sweet desserts, why not try making a cake at home with purer ingredients? Use real cocoa, additive-free cream, and moderate sugar for a treat that's both delicious and better for your body. Or, at the very least, treat the tuxedo cake as a special occasion dessert, reserved for truly special moments. 3. Organic animal crackers. Kirkland's organic animal crackers seem like the perfect snack for kids. Their cute shapes, mild flavor, and organic label create a sense of trust for parents. But if you're relying on that organic tag to assume these are healthy, you might be missing some concerning details hidden behind the friendly packaging. For starters, even though they're organic, the main ingredients are still refined flour, sugar, and vegetable oil. The sugar used is often cane invert syrup, a processed form that's quickly absorbed, causing blood sugar spikes. For young kids with developing digestive systems and limited ability to regulate blood sugar, regularly eating these seemingly harmless crackers could increase the risk of obesity, metabolic disorders, or early sugar addiction. Palm oil is another key ingredient to watch. Even if it's organic, palm oil is high in saturated fat and contributes to an imbalance in the modern diet's omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Over time, this imbalance can promote chronic inflammation, affecting the heart, immune system, and even brain function. Plus, the palm oil industry is often criticized for driving deforestation in tropical regions. Beyond that, these crackers can encourage mindless snacking. Their fun shapes and addictive sweetness make it easy to keep eating without noticing how many calories you're consuming. So, if you're looking for a safe snack for your kids, always read the ingredient list carefully. Organic doesn't always mean healthy. Sometimes, what you think is nurturing could quietly foster unhealthy eating habits. Smart choices come from being informed and thoughtful, not just trusting cute shapes or big brand names when picking food for your family. 4. Kirkland Albacore Tuna. Kirkland's canned albacore tuna, with its neat packaging, convenience, high protein, and low fat, often feels like the perfect clean-eating choice for health-conscious shoppers. But if you dig deeper into its sourcing and ethical concerns, you might think twice before stocking your pantry with these cans. First, let's talk about the fish itself. Albacore tuna, used in this product, tends to accumulate more mercury than smaller tuna species. This is due to their position in the ocean food chain and longer lifespan, which leads to higher levels of heavy metals in their bodies. While manufacturers follow testing protocols, regularly eating albacore tuna can pose neurological risks, especially for pregnant women and children, who are most vulnerable to mercury toxicity. The second major issue is sourcing. Environmental organizations like Greenpeace have flagged Kirkland's tuna for low scores in sustainability and supply chain transparency. Part of the problem lies in the fishing methods, which often involve ships that use environmentally unfriendly practices or are linked to allegations of labor abuses offshore, where workers face poor conditions and lack basic rights. On top of that, some consumers report inconsistent quality between cans. Some contain dry, stringy fish, while others are mushy and waterlogged, making for a disappointing eating experience. This suggests uneven quality control in the production process, forcing consumers to roll the dice every time they open a can. For a product marketed as protein-packed and nutritious, such inconsistencies are hard to justify. 5. Frozen chicken breast. Kirkland's frozen chicken breast is often seen as an ideal choice for those seeking high-quality protein on a budget. With its tidy packaging, easy storage, and competitive price, it's a go-to for anyone pursuing a healthy lifestyle. But if you only focus on the surface-level packaging and basic nutrition facts, you might be missing some concerning details behind those seemingly harmless white meat cuts. First, let's address the meat's quality. Many consumers have complained about Kirkland chicken breasts having a woody or rubbery texture, sometimes tough and dry even after cooking. This isn't random. It's a clear sign of woody breast, a condition caused by chickens being bred to grow unnaturally fast to maximize output. When growth is rushed, the muscle fibers in the breast don't develop evenly, leading to a fibrous texture and lower meat quality. This raises questions not only about flavor and texture, but also about animal welfare and ethical food production. That's not all. To keep the meat plump, manufacturers often inject it with a saline solution, a technique called brining. While not against regulations, this quietly boosts the sodium content in your meal without clear, prominent labeling. For those monitoring blood pressure or following a low-sodium diet, this can be a hidden risk. Just a few pieces of chicken a day could push you past the recommended sodium limit without you realizing it. Additionally, the mass production process and feed sources raise concerns. Chickens in industrial farms are often fed genetically modified, GMO feed, and may be given antibiotics during rearing. This worries many consumers about potential antibiotic residues in food and the growing issue of antibiotic resistance in communities. Regularly eating meat with unclear origins can create a cycle of negative impacts on your family's eating habits and long-term health. 6. Organic lemonade. Kirkland's organic lemonade looks like the perfect summer drink. With its bold organic label and refreshing sweet tart flavor, it's easy to believe you're choosing a healthy, beneficial beverage. But the truth isn't always splashed across the bottle. It's tucked away in the ingredient list, where the numbers tell a very different story. A single 240 milliliter glass of this lemonade contains 32 grams of sugar, with 29 grams being added sugar. To put that in perspective, that's nearly 2 full tablespoons, exceeding the daily sugar limit recommended by the American Heart Association for women and children. If you drink 2 glasses during a hot lunch, you've consumed double the sugar you should have in a day, all from a healthy lemonade. Many assume that organic equals good for you, but organic sugar is still sugar. Once in your body, it spikes blood sugar, stresses the pancreas, and, with regular consumption, can lead to a cascade of issues: weight gain, belly fat, diabetes risk, tooth decay, and even metabolic disorders. The organic label doesn't erase the product's true nature. It's essentially a sugary drink disguised as healthy. Moreover, drinking this lemonade regularly can desensitize your taste buds to high sweetness levels. This can dull your ability to enjoy the natural flavors of fruit, leading you or your kids to crave sweeter foods over time and fostering unhealthy eating habits in the long run. This is especially concerning for families with young children, as early taste preferences can shape health outcomes for years to come. 7. Enchilada Bake. The Kirkland Enchilada Bake looks incredibly tempting, especially for those seeking a quick, convenient meal after a long, tiring day. A large tray packed with sauce, cheese, meat, and pre-wrapped tortillas. Just pop it in the oven, and it seems like the perfect family dinner solution. But beneath the melted cheese and rich sauce lies a series of issues that should make you think twice before bringing this product into your kitchen. First, let's talk about the ingredients. Many would be surprised to find controversial components like refined oils, synthetic preservatives, and even high fructose corn syrup, a type of sugar linked to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. The use of additives like monosodium glutamate, MSG, can also trigger discomfort in sensitive individuals, causing headaches, nausea, or a slight dizzy feeling after eating. With each serving often exceeding 600 calories, this enchilada bake is far from light. Plus, the high sodium content in each portion directly impacts those monitoring blood pressure or dealing with kidney issues. On top of that, the chicken used in the enchilada bake is typically highly processed, mass-produced, and stored for long periods. This raises concerns about meat quality, freshness, and potential antibiotic residues from industrial farming practices. Many consumers have reported that the chicken in Kirkland's enchilada bake tastes dry, tough, or even stringy, lacking the natural sweetness of fresh meat. That said, there's no denying the convenience of the enchilada bake, especially on days when cooking from scratch isn't an option. But instead of relying on pre-made trays, why not try a healthier homemade version? In just 30 minutes, you can whip up a nutritious enchilada with whole grain tortillas, fresh chicken, beans, vegetables, and a low-sodium homemade tomato sauce, tailored to your family's tastes, free of preservatives, and truly wholesome. 8. Peanut butter-filled pretzel nuggets. Kirkland's peanut butter-filled pretzel nuggets sound like a dream snack. The crisp, salty pretzel shell hugging a rich, creamy peanut butter filling is undeniably crave-worthy. It's no wonder this snack is a favorite for kids and adults alike. But behind that satisfying crunch lies an ingredient list that might make you hesitate before tossing another bag into your cart. Let's start with the peanut butter filling. It seems simple and wholesome, but it often contains additives like mono and diglycerides, emulsifiers derived from hydrogenated oils that may carry traces of trans fats. While trans fats are largely banned in the US, they can sneak into your diet through these intermediary ingredients. As we know, trans fats are closely linked to increased bad cholesterol, LDL, reduced good cholesterol, HDL, and higher risks of heart disease, diabetes, and chronic inflammation. Next, the pretzel shell. To achieve that crisp texture and appealing color, it's typically made from refined flour, stripped of nearly all natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Add to that a significant amount of sodium, which is a concern for anyone watching their blood pressure or trying to cut back on salt. What's misleading is the protein from peanuts. Yes, peanut butter contains protein, but each tiny pretzel nugget delivers only a fraction of protein compared to the carbs and fats you're consuming. This makes the snack far less nutritionally balanced than many assume. If you munch mindlessly, you could easily rack up hundreds of calories and a slew of additives without realizing it. 9. Jumbo muffins. Kirkland's jumbo muffins have long been a favorite for sweet-toothed shoppers. With their enticing cracked tops dusted with sugar, soft interiors, and rich flavors like chocolate, vanilla, or blueberry, these muffins can stop anyone in their tracks at Costco's bakery aisle. But behind their allure is a reality you should know, one that might make you think twice before grabbing a 12-pack. The first concern is their oversized portions. Each Kirkland muffin can pack 600 to 700 calories. Unlike a balanced meal with greens, protein, and healthy fats, these muffins load your body with refined carbs, sugar, and saturated fats. The ingredient list isn't simple either. The flour is mostly refined, stripped of the nutrient-rich bran and germ. The sugar content is 3 to 4 times higher than what's ideal for a healthy meal, and the muffins include vegetable oils, emulsifiers, artificial flavors, and preservatives to keep them soft, colorful, and fragrant. This means each muffin isn't just big, it's packed with elements your body struggles to process after eating. This is especially concerning if you eat muffins for breakfast. Starting your day with such a high dose of sugar and carbs can spike insulin levels, leaving you tired, sluggish, or hungry again just hours later. Psychologically, the jumbo size creates a false sense that one is enough. But their deliciousness often tempts you to reach for a second or nibble throughout the day, making portion control tricky, especially for kids or those on a weight loss plan. If you love muffins, here's a heartfelt tip. Try baking them at home. With oats, ripe bananas, eggs, and unsweetened yogurt, you can create delicious, low-sugar, low-fat muffins that are just as tempting. Use fruit for sweetness, egg yolks for softness, and almond or oat flour for texture. 10. Butter croissants. Kirkland's butter croissants, with their golden flaky layers, light crispiness, and rich buttery aroma, have long been a standout on Costco's bakery shelves. Just walking by, that indulgent scent is enough to make you pause and think, grabbing a pack for breakfast sounds nice. But if you're watching your heart health, weight, or daily nutrition, these croissants aren't as harmless as they seem. Let's start with a key point. Most industrially made croissants today, including Kirkland's, aren't crafted with pure butter like traditional French recipes. Instead, many manufacturers use a mix of margarine, shortening, and processed vegetable oils to achieve that rich flavor and airy texture. These fats are often high in saturated fats and may even contain traces of trans fats, which are linked to heart disease, increased bad cholesterol, and weakened blood vessel health. That's not all. The flour used in these croissants is mostly refined, stripped of the nutrient-rich bran and germ that provide fiber, B vitamins, and minerals. This leaves you with a simple carbohydrate that quickly turns into sugar in your body, spiking blood glucose levels. The fullness from a croissant fades fast, often leaving you hungry again soon after, which can lead to extra snacking or consuming more calories than needed. Each croissant's calorie count isn't small either, ranging from 250 to 350 calories, and potentially more if stuffed with cheese, ham, or chocolate. For many, eating 2 or 3 in one sitting feels light, but that light breakfast could easily top 800 calories with minimal real nutrition. On top of that, industrial croissants often include preservatives, stabilizers, and artificial flavors to keep them soft, fragrant, and visually appealing for longer. These additives can irritate sensitive digestive systems or clash with a clean eating diet. If you love croissants but want to stay healthy, consider buying from artisanal bakeries that use real butter or try making them at home. Using quality ingredients, cutting back on sugar, and controlling portions lets you enjoy the flavor while feeling good about the nutrition. Alternatively, save croissants for special occasions rather than making them a daily staple. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated with more valuable consumer warnings. Do you think you know all the secrets to shopping at Costco? You might want to think again after this video. From tricks to shop without a membership to decoding price tags to spot clearance items, these secrets are hiding in plain sight, but few people notice. If you've ever wondered why others save so much at Costco, now's the time to find out. Comment 1 if you've missed out on a great deal just because you didn't know this simple trick. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to stay in the loop on all the consumer secrets. 1. How to spot items being discontinued or cleared out. One of the best-kept secrets, known mostly to seasoned Costco shoppers, is how to read price tags to identify items that are about to be discontinued or are in a quiet clearance phase. Costco doesn't use loud sale signs or obvious clearance labels like other retailers. Instead, the message is cleverly encoded right on the product's price tag. If you pay close attention, it's a smart system designed for savvy shoppers to notice and act quickly. First, look for a small asterisk in the top right corner of the price tag. If you see this symbol, it means the item won't be restocked. This could be due to seasonal reasons, the manufacturer discontinuing it, or Costco simply clearing space for new inventory. It's a clear signal to buyers. If you like this item, grab it now because it won't be back. Next, pay attention to the last digit of the price. Most Costco products end in 9, like $12.99 or $24.89. But if you see a price ending in 7, like $9.97 or $14.77, that means the item has been marked down by the store manager. This usually happens when there's too much inventory or the store wants to speed up sales. It's a sign you're looking at a rare deal. Even better, if a price tag has both an asterisk and ends in 97, you've hit a double clearance jackpot. The item is both discontinued and heavily discounted to move quickly. Shoppers who spot and understand these codes often score high-quality items at unbelievable prices. 2. 30-day price adjustment policy. Not everyone knows that Costco has one of the most generous and customer-friendly return policies in retail. Within 30 days of buying an item, if it goes on sale for a lower price, you can visit the customer service desk and request a refund for the difference. Costco doesn't ask you to return the item, provide lengthy explanations, or join any special programs. Just bring your receipt and a bit of honesty, and you're all set. This policy gives shoppers so much more peace of mind when making purchases. You won't feel regret if you buy a fridge one day and see it discounted by hundreds the next. It's not just a subtle perk, it's Costco's way of showing they value every dollar their customers spend. With this approach, you can buy what you need without hesitating over potential price drops, knowing your interests are protected. However, there's one key detail many overlook. You have to actively track prices. Costco doesn't automatically notify you if an item you bought goes on sale. So, if you're someone who keeps an eye on prices and saves receipts carefully, you've got an invisible tool to optimize every purchase. This policy is especially powerful for high-value items like electronics, appliances, or furniture. You could save tens or even hundreds of dollars just by checking prices after your purchase. It's not only financially satisfying but also helps you build smart, strategic shopping habits. 3. Shopping without a membership. Many believe you need a paid membership to step foot in Costco and buy anything. But the truth holds plenty of open doors for those who know where to look. There are completely legal and simple ways to enjoy Costco's great prices without a membership card. Once you know how to take advantage, you'll be amazed at the benefits you can access without paying an annual fee. First, let's talk about a special area where laws require Costco to serve everyone, member or not: the pharmacy. In many U.S. states, regulations mandate that pharmacies, even those inside membership stores like Costco, must be open to the public. This means you can walk in and buy prescription or over-the-counter medications at highly competitive prices without a membership. With rising healthcare costs, this is a smart option for anyone looking to save while ensuring quality. But it doesn't stop there. If you have a friend or family member with a Costco membership, ask them to buy you a Costco Cash Card, also known as a gift card. With this card in hand, you can shop at Costco like a full member. From food to household goods to electronics, you can buy anything without signing up or paying a fee. It's a perfect solution for those who only shop at Costco a few times a year and don't want to commit to a full membership. You can also visit Costco.com and shop online without logging into a membership account. Some products are available for non-members to purchase, though you might pay a small surcharge. Even so, when you do the math, many items, especially electronics, clothing, or high-end kitchenware, are still cheaper than market prices. 4. How to compare prices like a pro. One of the most common mistakes when shopping at big retailers like Costco is judging an item's value based solely on the big bold price on the tag. It sounds simple, but if you only look at the total price without digging deeper, You can easily fall into the trap of fake cheap deals, especially when comparing to regular stores. To become a smart consumer, you need to learn how to read and understand the small price detail in the bottom left corner of the tag. That's where the real game changer lies: the unit price. The price per pound, per ounce, or per use is the most objective way to compare similar products, no matter their package size or brand fame. For example, 2 packs of cookies might cost about the same, but 1 pack could weigh half as much as the other. When you compare the price per ounce, the truth comes out. That's why you need to keep an eye on this small but valuable detail on every Costco price tag. Try this simple but effective tip. Keep a small notebook to jot down the unit prices of items you regularly buy, not just at Costco, but at other nearby stores too. After just a few comparisons, you'll spot items that seem cheap but are actually pricey, and vice versa. For instance, a large bottle of detergent at Costco might look more expensive than at another store. But when you break it down to the cost per load, the savings become clear. This is especially crucial when buying in bulk, which is Costco's specialty. For products that store well or can be portioned out over time, like chocolate chips or paper towels, investing in larger packages can really pay off. But for perishable items, you need to stay sharp. A low price doesn't mean smart spending if half the product goes to waste in a few weeks. Looking beyond the surface numbers is how you turn every supermarket trip into a wise investment. Costco isn't just a place for bulk buys. It's a place to master the art of smart shopping if you pay close attention to even the smallest price tags. 5. The early stock strategy. One of the lesser-known secrets of shopping at Costco is their early in early out stocking strategy. Ever wondered why Christmas decorations flood the aisles in September, or why outdoor chairs and spring plants show up at the start of the year? That's the answer. Costco doesn't wait for the actual season to stock items. They get ahead of the market by months, and those who understand this pattern score the best deals early, before shelves go empty. Unlike traditional stores that wait for peak demand to roll out products, Costco uses its huge customer base and buying power to stock early, sell fast, and clear shelves for the next wave of goods. This means if you wait for the right season to buy, the item you want might be long gone. That's why some shoppers buy fake Christmas trees in August or pool supplies in January. They know Costco's hot items only appear once a year. This strategy doesn't just help you avoid missing out on your favorite products. It can also save you money if you time it right. Many seasonal items come in early at better prices before demand peaks. Plus, with Costco's when it's gone rule, special batches often don't get restocked. Being proactive is key. So here's the advice. Keep an eye on when products start hitting the shelves, and don't hesitate to buy early if you know you'll need them. Get into the habit of noticing seasonal item changes at your local Costco. Over time, you'll build a mental seasonal map and become one step ahead in the race for Costco deals. 6. Using gift cards to save outside Costco. One of the smartest yet underused tricks is using Costco gift cards to save money even when you're not shopping at their stores. It sounds surprising, but this is a highly effective way to save, especially for those who frequently dine out, enjoy entertainment, or travel. Costco sells gift cards for outside brands, like restaurants, amusement parks, golf courses, or spas, at significant discounts, sometimes up to 20 or 30% off. For example, you might find a $100 gift card for a popular restaurant but only pay around $79 to get it. This means just by shifting your spending slightly, buying the card at Costco instead of paying directly at the service, you can pocket tens of dollars each time. The savings add up even more for family or group activities, like buying gift cards for bowling, movies, or buffet packages. What's even better? You don't need to be a Costco member to use these gift cards. Just ask a friend with a membership to buy the card for you, and you can use it normally at the accepting business. This is an indirect way for non-members to still benefit from Costco's discounted pricing. Here's a tip. Check out the gift card section every time you visit Costco or browse their website for the latest offerings. These deals don't last long, and options change with the seasons. Using gift cards not only saves you money, but also opens up opportunities to enjoy high-quality services at a much lower cost. 7. The secret behind the Kirkland brand. When you think of Costco, the Kirkland brand often comes to mind. But few know that behind this seemingly unique name lies a clever and sophisticated business strategy. Kirkland isn't an independent manufacturer. It doesn't run its own supply chain, as many assume. Instead, most Kirkland products are made by big-name brands you already know, just repackaged under a new label with a more affordable price. For example, some Kirkland supplements are produced by reputable pharmaceutical companies, meeting strict quality standards. Dish soap, batteries, toilet paper, and even Kirkland formula are sourced from well-known industry leaders. This means you're not sacrificing quality for a lower price. In fact, many Kirkland products are not only comparable but sometimes outperform their original counterparts. This is thanks to Costco's specific demands for better performance, packaging, or improved ingredients. A great example is Kirkland's antacid tablets, which are enhanced to work faster than the same product from the original brand. Costco even sets specific technical requirements before allowing a manufacturer to supply under the Kirkland name. This approach gives consumers a double win: high-quality products at significantly lower prices. The only thing you need to remember when choosing Kirkland is trust. You're not just buying a product. You're getting the result of smart negotiations, rigorous quality checks, and Costco's unwavering commitment to excellence. In a world where low prices sometimes mean cutting corners, Kirkland is a reminder that the opposite is entirely possible. 8. Sales cycles and purchase limits. If you shop at Costco regularly, understanding their sales cycles and purchase limits is a valuable secret to maximize your budget and never miss the best deals. Contrary to what many think, Costco's promotions aren't random. They follow a fairly predictable cycle. For instance, items like detergent, fabric softener, diapers, or household care products often go on sale every 2 to 3 months. That's why you might notice a familiar product suddenly has an unbeatable price for a short period, then returns to its regular price without warning. If you pay close attention, you'll see Costco releases new promotion lists every month, typically starting at the beginning or middle of the month and lasting 2 weeks to a month. However, Costco doesn't always let you buy unlimited quantities. Many discounted items come with purchase limits per transaction. This ensures fairness for all members and prevents bulk buying for resale. For example, diapers might be limited to 2 packs per purchase, detergent to 3 bottles, or some items to just 1 unit for the entire sale period. So, when you spot a deal on everyday household items, don't hesitate to buy the maximum allowed amount. If your budget allows, consider splitting costs with family or friends to share the savings. Knowing the sales cycle not only helps you buy at the right time, but also lets you plan your budget smarter, especially for long shelf-life items. Don't overlook tracking recurring promotions or keeping a price journal to stay proactive in every shopping decision. Costco may not spell it out, but those who know the pattern always come out on top. 9. Every store is a unique world. Not many realize that each Costco store operates like its own little universe, managed by regional directors with full control over displayed products, stock quantities, and promotion timing. This means that even within the same retail chain, what you see at your local Costco might be completely different from a store just a few kilometers away. If you know how to leverage this difference, you can unlock countless savings opportunities few others notice. For example, a Costco in a family-heavy neighborhood might prioritize items like diapers, baby gear, convenience foods, or large cookware sets. Meanwhile, a store near an industrial area or tourist spot might stock more dry foods, beverages, camping gear, or quick-packaged snacks. This variety not only helps Costco cater to local needs, but also creates a treasure hunt for savvy shoppers. Plus, Costco's online platform is a treasure trove of its own. Many items not found in physical stores are available online at equally attractive prices. From furniture to electronics, some products even come with free home delivery. So, if you're disappointed not finding a favorite item at your local store, try checking Costco's official website or calling nearby branches to ask about inventory. Understanding that each Costco is like a small universe makes you a smarter shopper. Sometimes, driving just a few extra kilometers can give you access to an entirely new range of products, often including rare items only available at specific locations. That's why seasoned Costco shoppers keep a mental list of nearby stores, ready to visit for special promotions. and you can absolutely become one of them. 10. Don't be fooled by big boxes. When you walk into Costco, it's easy to be dazzled by those massive boxes that seem like incredible deals. Giant packs of cookies, bags of candy, huge snack bags, or jumbo detergent containers look impressive and make you think you're getting a steal. But the truth is, buying big doesn't always mean saving big. If you're not careful, you might end up spending more than you realize. The reason? Some large box products are just smaller packages bundled together with a unit price higher than what you'd find at regular retail stores. Plus, some items that seem cheap have short shelf lives or are prone to spoilage, meaning you might throw them out before using them up. A classic example is a big box of snacks or cookies. If you don't eat them quickly, they can lose their crunch or go bad in humid weather. What seemed like a great deal can turn into waste. If you find these tips helpful and want to discover more Costco saving secrets, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel today. Each small tip can help you save significantly every year, from picking products wisely to tapping into little-known deals.
Dies on the DEI hill. Other companies are waking up to the reality of everything. DEI
10 Costco shopping tricks they're hiding from you. Have you ever felt like you missed out on big deals at Costco, even after trying to time sales and shop smart? There are secrets even longtime members don't know, and Costco definitely doesn't want you to figure them out. From a single word that slashes meat prices to ways to shop without a membership card, these tips could save you hundreds of dollars a month with little effort. If you've ever missed a great deal at Costco, drop a 1 in the comments below. 1. The secret keyword for buying meat. In the world of savvy Costco shoppers, there's a code word that can save you a chunk of cash on ground beef, and almost no one notices it. This odd-sounding keyword is the key to unlocking lower prices for high-quality meat. Chub. Instead of grabbing pre-packaged ground beef from the display case, often priced around $3.49 per pound, smart shoppers head to the meat counter and ask for a 10-pound chub. It's not a listed product or shown on any price board, but it's an internal term Costco uses for bulk, unpackaged ground beef that hasn't been divided into trays. With this request, you can score ground beef for just $2.99 per pound, a significant discount with the same quality. Plus, this meat often has lower fat content, around 5 to 8%, perfect for healthy eaters or for making burgers, tacos, or barbecue dishes for family gatherings. Sure, you might need to portion and store the meat yourself at home, but if you're prepping for a BBQ birthday party or just stocking up, this is a real steal. Countless Reddit users have confirmed this trick works, with some calling it Costco's best-kept tasty, healthy, and cheap secret. One simple word puts you in the inner circle of smart shoppers. 2. Take free samples as much as you want. If you've strolled through Costco on a weekend, you've likely been greeted by trays of bite-sized goodies scattered along the aisles. A thin slice of pizza, a tiny spoonful of hot soup, or a creamy piece of cheese on a crisp cracker, all offered for free. Here's the fun part. No one limits you to just one sample. This is one of Costco's unspoken perks that quietly enhances the shopping experience. What many don't realize is that the folks at these sample stations aren't Costco employees. They work for outside vendors, and their goal is to win you over, not ration portions. So, if you love a sample, you can politely circle back for a second or even a third taste. As long as you're courteous, cheerful, and don't clear out the tray, no one will judge. Some even joke that a Costco trip is like a free mini buffet. But it's not just about free bites. These samples are a great way to try new products before committing to a bulk purchase. Wondering if that truffle mushroom pizza suits your taste? Sample it first. Torn between 2 almond milk brands? A quick taste can guide your choice, preventing waste. If you're strategic, you can weave this into your savings plan. Some shoppers say they visit Costco around noon, when sample stations are buzzing. A loop through the store, checking out products while snacking, can sometimes double as a light meal. It sounds fun, but it's actually how savvy shoppers capitalize on small, effective perks. 3. Don't buy soda at Costco. Costco is famous for bulk goods at competitive prices, but not everything there is a bargain. If there's one item that seems cheap but can cost you more, it's soda. Sounds counterintuitive since Costco is a haven for budget shoppers, but the reality reveals an interesting twist. The issue lies in the pricing strategies of traditional retailers like Walmart, Target, or even local stores. They often roll out steep discounts on soda, especially during major holidays like the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, or long weekends. Sometimes cans are sold at rock-bottom prices as loss leaders to draw shoppers in, encouraging them to buy other items. So, the same Coke or Pepsi you find at Costco might cost you a few cents to $1 less per case at a nearby grocery store during a sale. Meanwhile, Costco, known for consistently good prices year-round, rarely offers deep discounts on soda. Their wholesale prices are already low, so they don't feel the need for flashy promotions like competitors. This makes soda at Costco less of a deal than you'd think, especially for those who track sales. The solution is simple. Watch for big sales at local supermarkets and stock up on soda cases for your garage, pantry, or spare fridge. For smart shoppers, every can of soda isn't just a drink. It's a chance to save if you buy at the right place and time. 4. Listen for the bell to get fresh rotisserie chicken. Among the countless products at Costco, one item always makes shoppers pause, glance over, and follow an irresistible aroma wafting through the hot food section. It's the Costco rotisserie chicken, a culinary icon priced at just $4.99, so beloved that some call it the people's meal of Costco members. But if you want this chicken at its absolute best, there's a subtle sign to watch for. A small bell ringing from the back of the food section. Few know that at Costco stores, every time a fresh batch of rotisserie chickens comes out of the oven and hits the shelves, staff ring a bell to signal it. This sound isn't just a cue for employees to prep the counter. It's a secret code for savvy foodies who know that, within minutes of the bell, piping hot chickens with crispy, golden skin and mouth-watering aroma will appear. With high demand, the chicken trays are constantly refreshed. But if you're not paying attention, you might grab one that's been sitting too long with less crispy skin and drier meat. Wait just a few minutes after the bell, and you'll get a freshly roasted chicken. No preservatives, no artificial colors, and a flavor so good that many say it's worth twice the price. Some shoppers share that they always take a lap around the rotisserie area before shopping. When the bell rings, even if they're at the far end of the store, they hustle back to snag a chicken from the new batch. It's not just a trick to elevate your meal. It's a quiet Costco shopping culture among savvy members. Next time you hear that familiar chime, remember, that's when Costco's signature dish is fresh from the oven. 5. Manufacturer coupons don't work at Costco. If you love the thrill of deal hunting by clipping coupons from big brands, Costco might leave you a bit disappointed. It's not because they lack discounts, but due to a simple, often overlooked fact. Costco doesn't accept manufacturer coupons from outside brands. Whether it's a 2-off coupon for detergent or a yogurt discount from a major company, you'll get a polite but firm response at checkout. We don't accept these coupons. Before you feel bad about those carefully clipped coupons left at home, know that Costco has a reason and a clever way to make up for it. Their policy of rejecting outside coupons keeps the shopping process simple, fast, and fair for all members. No more fumbling through your wallet for coupons or staff checking fine print on every slip. Instead, Costco offers its own savings booklet, like a supermarket flyer but tailored for their system. The best part? You don't need to carry or memorize any codes. Discounts from the booklet are automatically applied at checkout if your items qualify. No scanning, no presenting coupons, no worrying about expiration dates. The system handles it all. This is why many love Costco. Transparency and convenience come first. To maximize savings, keep an eye on when new savings booklets drop, usually every few weeks. Check the digital version on Costco's website or app to plan your shopping smarter. 6. Kirkland products rival name brands. If you've walked into Costco and seen Kirkland Signature products priced much lower than the big brands next to them, you might have thought they're just budget items. But the truth is far more surprising. Kirkland isn't just Costco's house brand. It's a smart quality strategy that few fully appreciate. Many longtime shoppers have switched entirely to Kirkland, realizing its quality often matches or even surpasses name brands. Here's the kicker. Most Kirkland products are made by major companies, then labeled for Costco's exclusive distribution at a lower price. Some Kirkland detergents reportedly come from the same factories as Tide, dish soaps from Cascade's lines, and olive oil or maple syrup have been rated by experts as comparable to premium brands. You can find Kirkland wines scoring 90-plus points from critics for under $20 a bottle. Bacon, eggs, coffee, laundry pods, and dry goods all are packaged with consistent quality and flavor, rigorously vetted through Costco's standards. Because Costco buys in massive quantities and skips advertising or middlemen, they keep prices low while maintaining high standards. Of course, Kirkland isn't perfect. Some items, like instant coffee or fabric softener, have gotten mixed reviews. But overall, the number of products that shoppers trust and repurchase is impressively high. 7. Generous return policy. In the world of retail, few places make customers feel as confident after a purchase as Costco. It's not just their competitive prices or vast product selection, but a key, often underappreciated feature: an incredibly generous return policy. At Costco, customer satisfaction isn't just a slogan. It's a promise backed by action at the service counter. You can buy a pot, a pair of shoes, a set of bed sheets, or even a vacuum cleaner. And if you're not happy with it for any reasonable reason, you can return it. No original box needed, no receipt required, and almost no lengthy explanations. Countless stories circulate in the Costco community, from returning a coffee maker after months of use to bringing back a wilted Christmas tree in January. Of course, each case is reviewed professionally, but what keeps customers loyal is the sense of respect. At Costco, the customer is always right approach isn't just a rule on paper. It shines through in the smiles and words of their customer service team. Even more impressive, you can get a refund on your membership. If you buy a membership but don't use it much or feel the benefits don't fit your needs, you can cancel and get a full refund. No questions, no hassle. This gives new members a try-it risk-free mindset, and the quality shopping experience often keeps them coming back. Naturally, this policy isn't abused excessively, as Costco tracks members' return histories. But for honest, respectful shoppers, this generous return policy is a huge advantage, letting you shop with total confidence, knowing there's always a safe way to change your mind if needed. 8. Price matching at other stores. For many, a Costco membership is the ticket to unbeatable wholesale prices. But not everyone knows you can tap into Costco's low prices without paying for a membership. The secret lies in a simple yet powerful skill: comparing prices across stores and leveraging price match policies at rival retailers. Chains like Walmart or Target often offer price matching with competing retailers. This means if you show proof that a product is cheaper at Costco, they may adjust their price to match. And here's the best part: you don't need a Costco membership to get that same low price at a store you already shop at. Imagine you need laundry detergent, a case of toilet paper, or a box of oatmeal. Before heading to the store, check Costco's prices online or through their app. Take a screenshot or print the price. At Walmart or Target's checkout, show this proof and request a price match. Many savvy shoppers have done this successfully, especially for bulk buys for holidays or family needs. This strategy is perfect for singles, small households, or those who don't need Costco's bulk quantities. Instead of worrying about storing excess food or bulky items, you get wholesale prices on a scale that suits you. For fresh produce like fruits or vegetables, Walmart or Target may even offer more variety and fresher options than some Costco locations. Not every store matches prices in every case, but if you're proactive, polite, and time it right, this can be a powerful money-saving tool. In a market with endless choices, knowing how to compare and shop flexibly is proof of smart modern consumerism. 9. Cashback through apps. In today's tech-driven world, even traditional supermarket shopping can earn you a little cashback if you use the right tools. At Costco, where everything is sold in bulk, that cashback becomes even more valuable. While Costco doesn't accept outside manufacturer coupons, you can quietly save using cashback apps like Checkout 51 or Rakuten. These apps work simply. Buy products on their offer list, snap a photo of your receipt, and upload it. Some platforms even link directly to your Costco membership account to automatically track and credit cashback, sparing you extra steps after shopping. Once you've earned enough, you can withdraw the money to your bank or get gift cards for future purchases. What's notable is that these apps don't just cover a few random items. Many everyday products like milk, eggs, cooking oil, dish soap, or snacks are often included in cashback offers. With a typical Costco receipt averaging a few $100s, even $5 to $10 back per trip adds up, especially over time. Plus, you're not limited to Costco. These apps work across retailers like Walmart, Target, Walgreens, or Kroger. By making it a habit to upload receipts, every shopping trip becomes a small chance to profit, maybe just a few bucks, but it's like compound interest for smart shoppers. 10. Shop without a membership. Many people think Costco is a members-only kingdom reserved for those with a membership card. While the card comes with plenty of perks, not everyone is ready to shell out $60 a year just to walk through the doors. But there are lesser-known side entrances, clever ways to shop at Costco without an official membership. One of the most popular methods is using a Costco cash card. It's essentially a prepaid gift card that works like cash at any Costco location. The best part? You don't need to be a member to use it. Just ask a friend or family member with a Costco membership to buy one for you, and you can stroll in, shop freely, and pay as usual. It's perfect for those who only visit a few times a year or are testing the waters before committing to a membership. In some U.S. states like Connecticut, Indiana, or Massachusetts, local laws prevent stores from requiring memberships for alcohol sales, as liquor can't be restricted to members only. This means you can walk into Costco and pick up wine, imported beer, or other alcoholic drinks without showing a membership card. It's a quiet but handy perk for those in the know. For anyone wanting to try Costco's shopping experience without paying to get in, these options offer valuable flexibility. A membership card might be the golden ticket, but it's not the only way. These hidden paths prove that for smart consumers, there's always a way to shop smarter. You just need to dig a little and make a savvy move. Costco isn't just a place for cheap deals. It's a goldmine if you know how to tap into its quiet secrets. From snagging discounted meat to earning cash back through apps or shopping without a membership, it's all within reach for clever shoppers. If you found these tips helpful, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any more money-saving tricks in our upcoming videos.
Y'all didn't tell me about this part.
Straight from caviar to Costco. That's where we're going
They
here.
sell caviar
This
at
the
Costco
DMV
too.
zone, baby.
So technically, that's not the
Did you know? Many snacks that seem harmless are actually the culprits behind spiking blood sugar. Even those labeled healthy can hide dozens of grams of sugar. But if you think people with diabetes have to completely avoid snacks, this video will surprise you. I've done real-world testing with a continuous glucose monitor to find delicious snacks that don't spike glucose and are totally suitable for you. Comment number 1 and like this video, and I'll reveal something even more shocking. 1. Pure peanut butter. It's just a simple food, but pure peanut butter is a secret weapon in the diet of someone managing blood sugar. Unlike common peanut butters on the market, which are mixed with added sugar, refined vegetable oils, and artificial flavors, pure peanut butter contains only roasted peanuts and a pinch of salt. This purity delivers results beyond expectations. It's tasty and doesn't cause sudden blood sugar spikes after eating. In a small serving, peanut butter provides a steady dose of protein and monounsaturated fats, two key factors that prolong feelings of fullness and slow the absorption of sugar from other foods. If you eat a spoonful of peanut butter before a starchy snack, like a few apple slices or whole grain crackers, you'll notice your glucose levels stay much more stable than if you ate those alone. What's interesting is that, thanks to its smooth, creamy texture and rich, satisfying flavor, peanut butter is incredibly versatile. You can spread it on cucumber slices, roll it into low-carb rice cakes, blend it into green smoothies, or even use it as an ingredient in homemade low-sugar desserts. Just make sure it's the kind with no added sugar, no palm oil, and no additives, and you can enjoy it without worrying about blood sugar spikes. Of course, since peanut butter is calorie-dense, you should use it in moderation. 1 tablespoon at a time is enough. But it's this small but mighty quality that makes it a powerful ally, especially when you need a quick, convenient, and body-friendly snack. 2. Low-carb crackers. If you love the crispy crunch of nibbling on a cracker but are managing your blood sugar, here's some good news for you. Not all crackers are bad for people with diabetes. The key lies in the ingredients, preparation, and the true carb count they contribute. One of the best options recommended by many nutritionists is Ella's Flats. Crackers made entirely from seeds like sunflower, pumpkin, flax, chia, and sesame. No flour, no sugar, no oil, no additives. Sounds bland?
And Coca-Cola, because
In
they said, wait a
reality,
second,
these
that's
are
the
one
best
of the
thing.
rare,
How are we gonna
tasty,
not be able to
clean,
get it?
no glucose spike snacks out there. The Everything
Chad.
Bagel
That's
flavor
right.
offers
Hey,
a
coming up
lightly
as of
salty,
April the
nutty,
8th, they are
and
gonna need
crunchy but not dry taste that you can eat without getting bored. Let's look at the numbers. 3 pieces contain about 5 grams of carbohydrates
So
but
doing
have
that-
4
and it's
grams of
not just
fiber,
that hot dog.
meaning only 1 gram of net carbs. Soluble fiber acts like a natural filter, slowing the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream and stabilizing blood sugar.
And that soda.
Plus,
You also
with
got
7 grams of
$1.99
protein
slice-
and healthy fats from seeds, this is truly a perfect choice for people with diabetes or those following low-carb, keto, or insulin-controlled diets. If you can't
It's a
find
pizza.
Ella's Flats locally, another option is Flackers, crackers made from fermented flax seeds with apple cider vinegar. They also have just 1 gram of net carbs, though the flavor is a bit stronger and less varied. Their advantage is being rich in omega-3s and easy to digest due to the natural fermentation process. And if you live in an area without these clean crackers, Mary's Gone crackers is a decent backup. However, note that these contain more whole grains like brown rice and quinoa, so the net carb count is higher, about 14 grams per serving. The advice? Eat them sparingly and pair them with protein-rich foods to slow sugar absorption. Do you agree with this? Comment number 2 if you do. 3. Chips and meat bars. When thinking of savory snacks, many people immediately picture crispy potato chips, roasted corn, or seasoned crackers. But for those monitoring blood sugar, these are a carbohydrate minefield, high in starch and low in protein or fiber to balance it out. So how can you still enjoy that crisp, flavorful crunch without worrying about glucose spikes? The good news: there are exciting, surprising, and completely reasonable options for people with diabetes. First, let's talk about something that might sound unusual but feels familiar. Pork rinds, crispy fried pork skin. They may sound greasy, but if you choose the right kind, like those baked instead of deep-fried from brands like Epic, they're a snack with virtually no carbohydrates. Made mainly of pork skin and salt, this snack is high in protein, contains healthy fats, and notably doesn't raise blood sugar. While not entirely Bobby-approved due to unclear sourcing, in a world where clean snacks for diabetes are scarce, this is a pretty good choice in a tough spot. Next up is an almost perfect option: meat bars or meat sticks, like beef bars. Among these, Epic's products are highly rated, not the tough traditional jerky, but soft, easy-to-eat bars suitable for both adults and kids. If you want to boost protein without adding sugar or starch, these chicken or beef bars are an ideal solution. A small tip: go for lean varieties with less fat, as they have a higher protein ratio. For example, chicken bars often have up to 11 grams of protein, while beef bars have about 10 grams. A small but meaningful difference if you're using them as a daily snack. 4. Yogurt. Yogurt, a food that seems healthy and harmless, can turn into a sweet trap that spikes your blood sugar without you even realizing it. Just glance at the packaging with images of juicy fruits and claims like "good for digestion," and it's easy to believe you're making the right choice. But when you flip over the nutrition label and read the ingredients carefully, the truth hits hard. A tiny container of strawberry yogurt can pack more than 4 teaspoons of sugar. This isn't just the natural sugar in milk. It's added sugar, often in the form of cane sugar. The kicker? Yogurt is loved for its natural fermentation benefits for gut health, but when it's loaded with flavoring agents, it ends up negatively impacting both your digestion and your glucose levels. Many people choose yogurt every morning, thinking they're eating healthily, only to unknowingly start their day with an unwanted blood sugar spike. However, there's a right way to go, and when you pick the right kind, yogurt truly becomes one of the best snack options for those managing glucose. Not all yogurts are created equal. When you switch to plain, unsweetened varieties, especially those that are strained like Greek yogurt or Icelandic skyr, you'll notice a clear difference both in how full you feel and how your body responds after eating. What's fascinating is that the straining process not only makes the yogurt thick and creamy, but also removes much of the natural milk sugar while concentrating the protein to impressively high levels. This means you're not just eating a low-sugar food, but also getting a protein boost, a natural regulator for blood sugar. Some people think unsweetened yogurt will be hard to eat, too sour, or bland. But when you pair it smartly with natural ingredients like a bit of fresh fruit, a small spoonful of ground nuts, or a dash of pure vanilla, it becomes enjoyable, even addictive, in a whole new way. More importantly, you're taking control of what goes into your body, and that's the smart way to eat. 5. Chocolate. Chocolate is often seen as an irresistible sweet joy. A single piece can lift your mood and sometimes bring a sense of relaxation after a long day. But for those managing blood sugar, this sweet treat comes with a reality worth pondering. Not every chocolate bar is safe to enjoy. And here's the surprising part. Even dark chocolate labeled as 70% cocoa, which seems healthy, can contain enough added sugar to spike your blood sugar. Many people believe choosing dark chocolate is safe enough. But if you check the ingredients closely, you'll see that even in a small serving, the added sugar can amount to 2 or 3 teaspoons. That turns a seemingly sophisticated and healthy snack into the reason for sudden glucose swings after a meal. And that's not all. Many chocolate brands today use palm oil to cut costs or add natural flavors, a term that sounds reassuring but is vague about its origin and safety. The good news? The era of smart choices has truly begun. If you thought people with diabetes couldn't eat chocolate, today's reality is very different. Brands like Lily's, once famous for sugar-free chocolate sweetened with monk fruit or erythritol, have paved a new path for those who want to enjoy chocolate without sacrificing blood sugar control. Though some of their recent formula changes have been less well received, certain versions still meet high standards if you take the time to read labels or use an ingredient scanning app. Another standout example is Choc Zero, a keto chocolate with a smooth texture, mild sweetness, and virtually no impact on blood sugar, tested by the video's author using a real-time glucose monitor. With fiber-rich ingredients, no added sugar, and no unhealthy oils, it's truly a delicious and safe choice for those who love that bittersweet allure. Of course, not every chocolate labeled keto or no sugar added is trustworthy. Many products use cheap sweeteners or unnecessary additives. So, reading ingredients carefully not only helps you manage blood sugar, but also saves you from being fooled by overly appealing packaging. Comment number 6 and like to support me in sharing more great tips. 6. Fruit juice. Fruit juice has long been seen as a symbol of a healthy lifestyle. A glass of juice in the morning, freshly pressed from apples or ripe pineapples, evokes images of freshness, cleanliness, and nutrition. But for those monitoring blood sugar, that freshness can be an unpredictable sweet trap. Even if it's made from real fruit with no added sugar, the natural sugar in juice can still be high enough to cause a concerning glucose spike. A simple but thought-provoking test showed this clearly. One juice with clean green packaging, made entirely from organic fruits like apples, bananas, and mangoes, had no mention of added sugar. But just minutes after drinking a small bottle, the glucose level shot up by over 60 points. A strong reaction few would expect from something labeled healthy. The reason? When fruit is juiced, the fiber, which slows sugar absorption, is removed. As a result, even natural sugars hit your body like a fast, intense wave of glucose, not much different from soda. That doesn't mean all juices are off limits. The key is understanding the ingredients and the natural sugar content in each bottle. Another juice, this time made from greens like celery, kale, and cucumber, had very low sugar, only about 5 to 6 grams. Notably, drinking this type caused almost no change in blood sugar. So, while both are juices, choosing different ingredients leads to completely different effects on the body. The reality is, the fewer sweet fruits and the more leafy greens, the friendlier the juice is for those managing blood sugar. You'll notice that deep green juices are often better choices than bright orange or red ones, which signal higher natural sugar content. Some brands excel at making green juices with no added sugar that still taste mild and easy to drink, thanks to additions like ginger, lemon, or turmeric. 7. Nuts. Nuts have long been seen as a small but mighty snack, packed with nutrients, easy to carry, and great for keeping you full longer. But for those managing blood sugar, not all nuts are a smart choice. The truth is, a slight difference in the type of nut, how it's processed, or what's added to it can lead to very different glucose responses. And sometimes, the nuts you love most might be silently tiring out your body for reasons you don't even realize. Many people adore cashews for their naturally sweet and nutty flavor, But few notice that a small serving can contain up to 8 grams of carbs with almost no fiber to balance it out. This causes sugar to be absorbed quickly, without a buffer to slow down the glucose response. Even worse, many packaged nuts today are roasted in refined vegetable oils, like sunflower or soybean oil, and coated with tempting, sweet, salty flavors.